first grade friends. We are going to be taking Math Test 28 today. So before we get started, make sure that you have a sharpened pencil, an eraser, the correct math test. It should say Arithmetic Test 28 up at the top, and a nice quiet area where you can take your test. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, write the answers to the combination your teacher says. Box A, 10 plus 2. Box B, 11 minus 6. Box C, 10 minus 4. Box D, 3 plus 8. Box E, 12 minus 2. Box F, 5 plus 7. Now for number 2, you are going to look at the cards that they give you, take a look at the pictures, and decide what number each of those cards is showing. You're going to look at the 10s and look at the 1s, and then in the box underneath, you are going to write down the number that it is showing you. Now, as always, remember I'm going to go through the test, but if you need more time, you can pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on. Number 3. Now I'm going to read the story problem to you, and then we'll go through what it wants you to do. At the library, Tina checked out 4 books about cats, 2 books about trees, and 5 books about hamsters. How many books about animals did Tina check out? Now for the first part, it says, mark the circle under the fact that was not needed. Remember on Friday, we talked about story problems that sometimes give us too much information. Okay, so there was something in this story problem that we don't need in order to know how many books about animals Tina checked out. So let's look at our options. Was it 5 books about hamsters that we don't need? Was it 4 books about cats that we don't need? Or was it 2 books about trees that we don't need? You're going to pick the information that we don't need to answer the question. Fill in that circle. Once you do that, then you're going to move on to the next part of the question where it says mark the circle under the combination and answer. So they want you to find the combination that shows what they're asking you in the story problem. So they want to know how many books about animals did Tina check out. Look back at the story problem, look at the information that they've given you about books about animals, and pick the combination that answers the question that they're asking you. Fill in the bubble once you find that combination. For number 4, you're going to fill in the answers by counting by 5s. So each of those little squares you need to fill in, and you're going to do that by counting by 5s. For number 5, you are going to write the sums and the differences. Now I'm going to move on from this one, and you can go back and take as much time as you need to finish the rest of them. Okay, but I want you to make sure that you pay close attention as you're working through these, because some of them are addition, some of them are subtraction, some of them have 3 numbers that you're adding together, and 2 of them actually have carrying, where you're taking a number and putting it at the top of the tens place. So pay attention to what they want you to do so that your answer will be correct. Now for number 6, you're going to set the minute hand. Look at the time that at the bottom of the clocks, okay? So for example, the first clock says 1:30. They already have the hour hand there for you. All you need to do is put the minute hand where it belongs. So if the time is 1:30 for the first clock and they already have the hour hand, where does that minute hand need to be? Once you decide that, you're going to draw the minute hand where it goes. And you're going to do the same thing for the rest of the clocks that are there. And the last thing that you will be doing on your math test is number 7. Mark the circle under the correct sign. So they are going to give you 2 numbers. You're going to look at both numbers and you're going to say, is the first number greater than or less than the second number? Once you decide that, you're going to fill in the bubble for the answer. Take your time, go over your answers. Once you are done, I know you are going to do